Today's question was, would you swap Cole Palmer for Martin Odegaard? It's a question for the chat, question for people watching. If you want to ask my opinion, in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. I know Odegaard's played well for us over the last couple of years, especially maybe the last 3 years. He's played pretty well. He's been the captain as well, and he's been out for a little while, and we've been doing well without him. I think Saka has been playing very well without Martin Odegaard in the team. I think he's come into his own a lot more. But Cole Palmer is a different fucking breed, mate. It's an absolute different animal, Cole Palmer to Odegaard. I think if you put Cole Palmer in that Arsenal team, it takes us to an absolute different level. Leaving Odegaard out and using Cole Palmer instead, I think that'd be a key factor for Arsenal, and I think we would definitely win a trophy at least if we had Cole Palmer instead of Odegaard. I know you think, oh, stop being disloyal, stop fucking shitting on Odegaard. He's played well all this for the last few years. He's our captain. Listen, you got to be ruthless in football, and if there was any chance, Anthony Herbert in the chat, how you doing, Anthony? Yeah, Palmer all day, absolutely. I mean, I get asked these questions. Don't forget, if you're watching this and you've got a question, stick a question in the Instagram, on the channel. There's all links there, on the Twitter, on the Facebook. Comment on this one. But ask the question. And for this stream, I answer questions that people ask me. I answer the question on my own without the likes of Anthony, who does the streams with me. I do these ones on my own. This is a YouTube sort of short form live stream, vertical, not landscape, vertical form, as you know, live stream. And Anthony, you're a fucking arsehole. Live stream this way when I answer the questions. There is a playlist of it as well. Answering questions live is the playlist, so check out the playlist. Question, do you dye your hair? No, I don't dye my hair. You can see all the grey in there, bro. Look, it's all underneath. Look, it's all there. It's all grey, man. I've got a little bit of the gear on it, a bit of the jollop. I don't dye my beard. Look, you always have a go at me about dyeing my hair and my beard, but it just looks dark in the light. You wish you could grow a beard like this as well, Anthony. Listen, tomorrow I'm going to do a live stream on the hated international game we've got, England versus Greece. I'm going to do a live stream on that. Well, I'm contemplating it. I have set it up. I don't know what to do. I hate the international break. I'm basically gonna do the live stream on it to hate on it and check that there's no injuries to our players. Declan Rice and Bukayo Saka playing for England tomorrow, and we've got to have other players. We've got Trossard and Calafiori playing against each other. Italy, Belgium. That's 3 days growth for me. Is it? Is it? This is, I don't know. I've just had it done the weekend. Just had it all trimmed up, but it was like that. It was out here like Father Christmas. But anyway, yeah. So we got Calafiori and Trossard playing against each other. Belgium, Italy. We've also got other players playing out on this international duty, and it is. I find it very worrying because of injuries. Odegaard did get injured in last month's international break. These are coming too fast. I do believe there's one next month as well, and it absolutely drives me insane. But I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna do a watch along. Hopefully, I get some interest from yous out there, the viewers, and you can come and watch me hating on the international game. I will obviously be cheering for England, but if we win the game comfortably and come out unscathed, I'll be a happy man. But the international football is a bit too slow for me. It's a bit drab, especially these friendlies, and it's very very risky for our players back in the Premier League, because all we want is that Premier League. All every team wants to win this Premier League, and every team, every fan worries about the injuries that could happen. They could happen, man. They could happen to anybody, any team. People in your People, if you're watching this on playback, don't forget to watch Tuesday night show. Yeah, watch our streams on Tuesday night with Anthony. We do the Tuesday night show, the Loose Cannon podcast. We'll do one on a Thursday night. We're not doing a podcast, the Final Score podcast with McManus Gaming. We're not doing that tomorrow. This is why I thought, I'll do a watch along instead, just to keep the content up. But let's answer the question. Anyone in the chat? Anthony's answered Palmer all day long. Who would you want at your club? Would you swap, if you're an Arsenal fan, would you swap Odegaard for Cole Palmer? I know Chelsea fans are going to say, like, get lost, you know what I mean? Get out of here. You can't have Palmer. Even if you do give us Odegaard, you can give us Odegaard and Trossard. You're not having Palmer. That's what a Chelsea fan said to me that I know. He said, you can give us two midfielders, two of your great midfielders, and you're not having Palmer. This is how much they rate him. Come out of Man City's academy. Brilliant player, man. City must be a little bit sick that they've sold him. The injury to Rodri, been a bit detrimental to the squad, to the team. Although they have got loads of players to replace them, like Bernardo Silva, Gundogan, Kovacic. They've got enough to step into Rodri's shoes. But having Cole Palmer in your back pocket as well, that would be something else, wouldn't it? I mean, we've got Odegaard out. We've done a right without him, to be fair, but we've got rid of Emil Smith-Rowe. Not in the same league as Cole Palmer, I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is, if we had Emil Smith-Rowe, it wouldn't be such a worry. At the start, it was a worry, but, we have done a right without him. To be fair. Saka's been better without Odegaard in the team. Is he hindering Saka's progress to a certain extent? It's quite possible. Anthony, Herbert, Palmer, they play in Italy. Lee, do you mean Palmer? Yeah, you're having a go at me accent, ain't you? It's the way I talk, Palmer. Not Palmer. Palmer. Sounds the same, doesn't it? Does sound the same as it happens. Yeah, but I said Cole Palmer then, so then you know what I'm talking about, not the Italian football team Palmer, who we beat in the final, was it? It was Palmer, wasn't it? We beat them in the Cup Winners' Cup final. I'm sure it was Palmer. 1994, was it? 94, I think. European Cup Winners' Cup final. Anthony, tell me if I'm wrong on that. Hopefully I'm right. Was it Palmer that we beat in the final? I'm sure it was. Let me know, Anthony. Stop stalling, mate. Put it in the chat, mate, if I'm right or wrong, or do I sound like a complete melon? The show last night, we've done. Go and check that out. The Loose Cannon podcast, episode 4. 94 Cup Winners' Cup. Alan Smith got the goal. Was it against Palmer? I thought it was 94. Alan Smith scored, 1-0. Was it against Palmer? I'm sure it was. Not the Chelsea player, the Italian team. I'm sure it was against Palmer. Anyway, check out it was funny. We had a laugh on there last night. Hating on Jamie O'Hara as well. Proper rating on that knob. Bristol Rovers Tractor Sport. Acers in the chat. Big up, Acers. How you doing? Hope you're well. Palmer it was. Yes, it was Palmer. I thought so. Acers in the chat. Did you see the question at the start of the stream? Did you see what would you do? Would you swap Cole Palmer from Chelsea for Martin Odegaard from us? Would you swap them two players? Because absolutely it's a yes from me. It's a yes from Anthony. I'd love to know what everybody else thinks. This is why I'm asking the question and putting it out there. Absolutely from Acers as well. He's a quality player, isn't he? He's an absolute quality player, and he would make a huge difference in that squad, in our team. He's a generational talent. He really is. And I didn't even click on it because I thought you should have a goatee. Why? Do you know if I had a goatee? See that woman up there? Rest in peace, my mother. I did have a goatee once, and someone said to me, "What you got a goatee for?" And I said, "Because I want to look like my mum." Well, sorry, mum. Rest in peace. God bless. But yeah, no, I'm not going to grow a goatee again. I prefer a bit like a full beard. I prefer it like a full beard. That's a true story, by the way. I did say that, and I was a bit pissed at the time and made a load of people laugh. But yeah, she would have killed me if she'd have heard it. I tell you. Let me tell you that I would have gone across her knee with a belt. I had that a few times. Bloody hell, Lee. Yeah, I know. I know. Shut up. I only said it after she passed. I wouldn't have said it while she was alive, mate. Trust me. I'd have got battered. I'd have got some beats, bro. Listen, nowadays she would have got nicked by the social services for the discipline we used to get growing up. I'm telling you. Telling you, these kids don't know or don't realise how easy they got it. They don't realise how easy they got it. But it made you a better man. You know, we was brought up with manners, respect our elders, discipline. We was brought up the right way. Today's day, today's era, today's generation of young'uns, they got no respect. I'm not saying every one of them, but I'm saying, there is a massive divide in the generations of attitude and respect. Massive divide, and it's there for everybody to see. And they took away the parents' power to chastise their kids. I agree with to a certain extent, but a little tap on the arse don't fucking hurt no one really that bad, and it shows the young ones who the bosses are. Your parents, that's who they're supposed to be. Yeah, definitely. Your mum was strict. My mum was she could have been labelled a tyrant, to be honest. My mum, to a certain extent. If I was a minute late from my curfew, say I had to be in 9:30 on a school night, 9:30 latest, you know what I mean, on a school night. If I was a minute late, that was a day jenkers, mate. Day grounded. Serious. That's how serious she was, mate. Proper. And she stuck to it. Couldn't get round her. No puppy dog eyes or bottom lip treatment. Couldn't get round her, mate. Proper old stalwart, matriarch, but proper strong woman and all. Single parent family. There was 4 of us. Proper strong woman. God bless her. God fucking bless her, man. It's a shame she's missed all the grandchildren. She's seen 2 of them, but the rest, my 2, my stepkids, my brothers, one of my brothers, other brothers, one of my sisters. There was 2. One was a baby, one was actually the 2 of them, the 2 girls, my sister's daughter and my brother's daughter. They was really young when she died. My missus and my brother's missus was pregnant with my first child and his first child when she died. So she missed them, and the ones that have come since as well. So, it's a shame she didn't see all her grandchildren, but I know she would have loved them, especially my boy. She would have loved him. Yeah, my mum is strong, works up to the age of 70. Yeah, my mum died 56, Anthony. She had the same, I've got the same condition. This freaking COPD bullshit. Years of smoking and whatever, it's no good for you. Never smoke, kids, if you're watching this. Never, ever smoke. Vaping, smoking, all of it. Don't do it. I'm on like 4 different pumps and shit. Sometimes I can't even talk, coughing so much. It gets you, it kills you. Smoking kills. Never smoke, man. Never do it. Yeah, so anybody else, let's get away from that depressing bullshit and let's just find out what people are thinking, whether they'd swap Martin Odegaard for Cole Palmer. I don't even know why I bothered asking the question, to be fair, because I know for a fact everybody is going to be saying yes all day long. Chelsea fans are going to be going bollocks. Arsenal fans will be going yes with both hands. We'll have that deal all day long. Palmer's brilliant. One of the best midfielders in the league. He's getting close to, when Chelsea will win a cup. Chelsea will win something pretty soon, and it'll be because of him. And I already believe that he's close to, if not the best, number 10 in the league, in the Premier League. I can't think of anyone that's better. I can't. The way he links up play, creates, assists goals, scores goals. He's brilliant. He's brilliant. He's better than Foden. Foden's more of a 10. They're saying about the best wingers in the league. Saka, Foden's not really a winger. Palmer's not really a winger. Foden and Palmer are number 10s in my opinion. They're number 10s, attacking midfielders. And you know, with Saka and Palmer, I mean, look how good they are for England. Look how good when you know, if Palmer might play tomorrow, if he ain't gone back, because they cried off, and Foden cried off, understandably, in the last one, the last international break. They went back to their clubs, Chelsea and City. There was a couple of other players as well. Declan Rice went, Saka went, you know what I mean? But I think Saka's made a good stuff, though. He's made a stern stuff. He gets kicked up in the air every week. He gets battered. He must be so strong. So strong. And for, you know, he looks like he's got a little frame, but he can body players as well. He's getting stronger and stronger as the seasons are going on. As his career is progressing, he's getting stronger and stronger. And he's another generational talent for me. He's unbelievable. He's brilliant. People moan about he's had a few quiet. I've moaned myself. He's had a few quiet games of, you know, he drops off the pace a little bit. But I think he's just reserving energy. I think he's saving it. You can't be a wizard for the full 90 minutes for 38 games a season. You can't. No, it's impossible. You have your little blips, you have your little losses of form. Even Palmer will have them. Even Messi had them. Ronaldo. All the best players in the world have their little blips. And, you know, you got to accept that. But Saka is definitely going to be a world-class player. You know, you got to look at what he's won. He's won nothing yet. But there are some players that have won nothing that you'd say was world-class. I mean, Harry Kane. Just mention him. No one can tell me he's not world class. He's not no one can say Harry Kane. Pains me to say it because he's an ex-Tottenham player, but he's world class. He's a world class finisher. He's a world class striker, but won nothing. So that argument about you got to win something to be world class is bullshit, in my opinion. Only in my opinion. I'm not having a go at anybody. I'm just saying, you know, it's bullshit. Yeah. So that's it then. Hopefully I'll get a few more replies in the question, Lee. Are you what? Question, Lee. Are Arsenal playing like a Jose team? Jose of old. Jose, when he first went to Chelsea, I'd say yeah. Definitely. It's maybe not exactly the same, but it's just reminding me of it. You know, the manager getting that lead and managing the game. Getting that lead and just and seeing it out and managing it. You know, very tight, very compact. You know, not going to ball around amongst yourselves, like just drawing them out, hitting them when you can. If you need a goal, go and get one. You know, we were talking about this last night. Was it last night or was it the other show? But we were talking about that, me and Anthony, the other night, and yeah, I said the same thing. I think that's true. I think we are. Would you take him at Arsenal? You've asked me this question. I wouldn't take him there because he's managed Spurs. He was my pick before Arteta got the job. He was my before Unai Emery got the job and all. He was my pick because he was floating around in London, and then we found out he went to Spurs, and that sort of annoyed me a little bit. And you know, what did they do? They sacked him before a cup final. You know, if that ain't Spursy, what is? What is? He was my pick to do. Is my pick? Oh, he was your pick. You didn't admit to that, Anthony. You didn't admit to that when we were talking about it before, did you? Hey, why did you admit to that? Holding up now, are ya? Ain't the Gestapo questioning ya? Why are you owning up to it only now? Brilliant. I was just glad that Freddie Youngberg didn't get the job full time. I was a little bit worried that they was going to give it to him. And then they give it to Unai Emery, who's got a bit of pedigree. Didn't respect him, didn't give him a chance, really. They brought Arteta in. I was fuming, I didn't want that. As it's progressed, you know, I've been flip-flopping for 5 years. Flip-flopping proper. I'll admit to it, hands up. I can only hold one hand up because the other one's holding the phone. But hands up, flip-flop, like you could hear me walking down the street, go flip-flop, flip-flop, flip-flop. Arteta in, Arteta out, Arteta in, Arteta out. Always liked him as a manager. Yeah, man. Good manager. Won multiple Champions League, multiple titles. You know, good manager. But Pep's still the best. Who's the best manager? Who's the better manager, Pep or Mourinho? Ferguson's up there, Wenger. You know, Pep's the best. In my opinion, he's the best. Clough. You are a proper flip-flop. Yeah, well, I admit it, man. You're allowed to change your mind. You're allowed to change your mind, aren't you? You can't be narcissistic and say something and then just pray that you're right at the end of the day and stick to it so religiously, even though that there were things happening around that would, you know, you got to admit that you're wrong sometimes. You can't just, you know, you can't, in my opinion anyway, you know, you can't just say something, say Arteta in or Arteta out. Say Arteta out, for example, and stick with it. If we win the league this year, how many people are going to change their minds? I bet there's a few that still say Arteta out, even if we win the league or champ, even if we start winning things, they're still saying it because they're so fucking narcissistic that they just want to be proved right. They can't be wrong. They can't have it. They can't have it. It's not in their mentality. It affects people. It affects people. Question Lee. If you can piss, you can paint. Fuck off. If you can piss, you can paint. Yes, listen. That's an old saying. It's an old-fashioned saying, but no one knows. If you ain't done it before, no one knows what goes into that kind of work. I totally disagree with that, Anthony. I forgot what you do. What, you're a roofer, aren't you? You're a roofer, aren't you? Roof. Mine don't slip off. Right, let's just give it a few minutes, see if we can get anybody else in the chat. How long we gone for? Right, just that was a phone call coming through. I mean, the phone don't stop bloody ringing sometimes. Hopefully they don't ring again. I'll ring them back. Painter and a plasterer. You're a painter and a plasterer. Yeah, you've done that before, but weren't you working on a roof? Didn't you say you was working on a roof? I'm sure you said that because you got rained off, or was you painting outside? Maybe you might be painting outside, yeah. I didn't think of that. That's possible, painting outside of an house or something, maybe. Right. Let's give it a few minutes before I will say goodnight. I was hoping for a little bit more interaction. Some other people watching. There's 2 people there right now. 4 people. Would you swap Palmer for Odegaard? Would you swap Palmer for Odegaard? Let me know. 4 people watching. Just say yes, no in the chat now. Do it now. Go on. Put it in the chat. Yeah, we're building an extension. Oh, wow. Wow. Good luck with that, man. I've been on them jobs before in my time. Redevelopments and stuff like that. Yeah. My mate used to buy and sell places, like buy them a bit cheap, run down ones, do them up and flip them. And I used to do a bit of the work with him back in the day, years ago, when he was doing that. Long time ago now. When that first housing crash happened, about 2000 and when was it? 2000 or something, early 2000s. That was. Right, let's just ride this out for a couple more minutes and see if it happens. See what happens. People, would you swap Cole Palmer for Martin Odegaard? as an Arsenal fan, absolutely. Absolutely. Just love to see what you lot think out there. Let's get some answers. Only Anthony commenting in the chat. My soul brother. My panelist brother. Dave OSG is watching. If you're watching, Dave, would you swap him? Would you do that swap? Let me know, man. The old school gunner, if he's in the chat, if he's watching, man, put the comment in. Stick the like on there. No, he's not watching. He would have commented. He definitely would have commented, Anthony. He's not watching, bro. Absolutely. Is there any I wonder if there's any football on today or any of these Nations Leagues on today. I don't think there is. This is how interested I am in it. I don't even know if there's anything on today. But we're gonna do that tomorrow. And there's the buzzer. Saved by the Bell. That's my daughter. I'm gonna sign off. Good night. God bless. I'll see you on the next one.